Hi everyone, Sandra here at Homesteading Ways, and today I'm going to show you how to treat powdery mildew in your garden. Now several plants are susceptible to it, but personally I've had it mostly with the really big leaf plants like winter squash, pumpkin, and now it's cucumber. So today I've mixed up a batch of homemade fungicide for the cucumbers, and basically all that's in this bottle is water, baking soda, cooking oil, and just a couple of drops of liquid soap. I will put down in the description box, I'll put all the measurements for what you need to make it at home. Now sometimes there's a few things you can do to try and prevent it. One of it is don't over fertilize your plants, or if you do fertilize them, use something that's a really slow release. Plant in the sunniest area you can, because that will help inhibit the growth of some powdery mildew, not all, but some. And try not to do too much overhead watering. Now sometimes it may not matter if you do all those things, because I have, and I still have it on the cucumber plants. They're planted in a very sunny area, as you'll see in a minute here. That area gets probably at least 10 hours of sun a day. I don't overhead water, and I haven't used any fertilizer whatsoever. But there are different varieties of powdery mildew. I know a lot of times we'll think if we had a really humid summer or super wet spring that brings it on, and it can for some varieties, but for some it doesn't really matter. Now here I just wanted to give you a close-up of what powdery mildew can look like. It's just white, basically, a real light white, and you might not see it over all the leaves. It starts on just a few, but it will spread. And part of the reason you want to get rid of it is it usually does not affect the fruit of the plant, the cucumber, the squash, whatever it is. But it will eventually do this. It'll start yellowing your leaves and making them die off. And when a bunch of the leaves die off, it will leave your fruits susceptible to sun scald. These leaves are here also, partly as a protectant to the fruit, and you need them. So yeah, you want to get rid of the powdery mildew. And one of the first things you do before you apply this spray, and what you can do kind of regularly, you'll want to do it early in the day so your leaves don't stay late at night, wet at night. Go ahead and spray down the leaves with your hose, your garden hose, and use a pretty good pressure on it to try and dislodge, some of the spores from the powdery mildew. So I've done that. I've sprayed down the plants pretty well, and now I'm gonna apply the spray I made. Well, scratch that. Actually, if you have some really bad leaves like I do here, there's a couple of spots, remove those before you start spraying. Okay, so once you removed the bad leaves, you're going to spray all over that leaf. Okay, after you get the tops of all the leaves, you're going to want to lift them up and spray the underside as well, and make sure you spray all the vines as well, and keep shaking your spray bottle as you're going. That will help to keep all the ingredients mixed and keep the baking soda from clogging your nozzle. And the baking soda is what does most of the work here. It changes the pH on the leaves so that the fungus can't continue to grow. And you're going to need to do this every 5 to 7 days for the next couple of weeks. And once you see the powdery mildew slowing down, then you can, stop it to about once every, I'd say, 2 weeks. And I would continue doing that kind of as a preventative. And one last thing I wanted to mention, when you're throwing out those infected leaves, don't put them in your composting pile. go ahead and put them in the trash. Anyhow, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped you. I hope you found it informative and you can use this in your garden. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That would be great. It was nice talking to you. And you take care.